Uh, Good afternoon. I'm sitting down here with Ms. Orenson. She's my colleague that observed my lesson. She's going to ask me some questions and she's going to give me some feedback about how she observed how I taught my fourth grade students. So, Ms. Sorenson, thank you for helping me in this assignment. So, I'm going to start asking you what's your observations or feedback on the video I showed you about me showing the lesson to the students?
Well, I think that you had really good structure during your lesson, really good use of time management. I feel like you had a good pace to the entire lesson. I like the way you started by activating their prior knowledge, and you also explained to them what that is, and so they understand a little bit of how that works. I feel like you had good use of repetition throughout the lesson to reinforce important concepts, like what is a summary. And you had really good engagement tools by asking them to stand up and to clap and move around a little bit in the classroom to keep them engaged. I feel that you had good modeling by asking them to do things together with you, and then by doing them themselves. I feel that you used good tools like choral reading when you had teams read and kind of assess how they're doing. You did really good by checking for understanding throughout the lesson. And then I liked how you were also evaluating and assessing their vocabulary by asking, for example, when you asked for synonyms of certain words, and making sure that they're understanding, and as well tapping into other words to kind of grow in their vocabulary. I feel like you used a lot of positive reinforcement by commending them when they were doing, okay during the lesson. When you were reading, I feel like you have good use of inflections throughout your reading to set the tone of the story, and to help them keep them engaged, and also to help them notice some of the key details that they had to focus on. I feel like it was good that you had partner work throughout the lesson, that you had them explain in their own words what they had learned that day. And so I feel like throughout the lesson, it was like a 22-minute video, but I feel like you had a lot of things that you tried to do, and the kids really seemed to understand what was going on, and they were asking questions and answering correctly. So I think overall it was good. It was great. I liked it.
Thank you. Thank you for your feedback as well. You have some questions for me
Yes.
based on the assignment. I don't know if you want to ask them, please.
So what do you think your students learned during this lesson?
So I was teaching about the main idea and key details, and I was trying to differentiate the regular details from key details, and I used a graphic organizer. And I think most of the students, based on the assessments and the summary they gave me at the end, most of them using the graphic organizer, they did well. Mostly all of them. So I think they did get the point of the lesson and the objective was met.
And which students do you think didn't learn as much?
I, based on the summaries, my English language learners are the students that needed extra support, and I did have some extra support. I can work on that more, like having that story we read or the story they had in a computer with translations for them. But those were the ones that basically need to work on more on summaries and extra support.
And do you think that your instruction was effective?
I think my instruction was effective. Yes, I use different strategies. Yes, I can work more. One of the things I wanted to work with was using white boards. Each student has a whiteboard, and I didn't have an opportunity to work on those for checking for understanding. For everyone, write down what's the main point, or write a key detail, and they showed me. That's one of the things I can work next time on that. To have a better understanding of the students, and they can understand the main idea and key details. But I think based on the summaries that the students gave me, more than 75% of the students understood and had a great summary. But yes, I can still work on more on those subjects, or checking for understanding as well.
So, what strategies do you think you could add to your lesson?
That one with white boards for checking for understanding. Another strategy I can use is more collaborative learning, where they work together as a team. They did it, but I can do it in a more effective way, where they can pair up, and each peer can be observing the other one and giving them feedback, and that will be great for them to learn more and get the comprehension, because we're trying to get a comprehension on the main idea and key details to build a summary. So that will be one strategy.
Okay.
So thank you very much for your time and for helping me out.
You're welcome.
Thank you.